Because there's two things that happened I want to really get into. One is the Spiderman trailer came out, and that was kind of like a big deal at my house last night. And then also, I knew Tiger King 2 was coming out, but I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, it came out this morning.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And you know how Kyle is with TV. Like, it came out this morning. And how much of it have you watched already?
I like 2.5 episodes.
Oh, my God.
So when Tiger King first came out, I mean, it consumed the world, and it was so good and so bizarre. I'm not too excited about Tiger King 2 because I'm curious. I feel like it's going to be old footage and it's not anything. So how is it?
Okay, yeah. I did not have very high expectations at all.
Right.
But I'm like, I got to check it out because Tiger King, the first one, was so amazing. So it starts off, the first episode kind of like picks up where we know Joe Exotic left off, like asking for a presidential pardon. And it follows the lawyer, and the lawyer that picked up Joe's case is kind of a character in himself. And it catches up with all the people that worked for Joe, all the people that were on season 1, you know, Jeff Lowe, Carol Baskin, not current Carol Baskin, because we know she's trying to block like using any of her footage for this one. So I was like, okay, this is good, but I hope it doesn't just stay on this because we know by the beginning or middle part of the second episode that President Trump decided not to give him the presidential pardon. And then it goes into, if you remember, in first Tiger King, it was like, you watch that show and you're like 100% Carol Baskin killed her husband. She fed him to the tigers. There's no question. His body is somewhere on that land, decomposed from in tiger poop, right? Like that was pretty much the feeling. Starting in like episode 2 of Tiger King 2, you definitely have doubts. Like, this guy may still be alive. He was into a bunch of shady stuff in Costa Rica. Like, it goes into Carol Baskin's ex-husband and what he was doing in Costa Rica. They literally went to some of his farmland. They talked to one of his farmhands. They talked to the guy that says he was his front man. Like, this guy would fly to Costa Rica with hundreds of thousands of dollars and tell this guy, like, go put it in businesses. And
sounds like Narcos.
He was a frequent at this brothel where he spent a lot of time with a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, wow.
And so you start to like sort of go, okay, maybe it wasn't Carol Baskin because there was probably a lot of other people in Costa Rica that may have wanted him dead. And then they talk about reports of him possibly still being alive, like federal reports of him being seen traveling and stuff like that. So honestly, I'm
You're not out,
I'm a
you're in.
little bit into the third episode and it's really good. Like it's very compelling.